In this video, we're going to talk about what SEO is, search engine optimization. So today I'm using a term called become financially free early. This is a keyword phrase term I'm searching Google for. And when we search this term, there's going to be different search results that Google displays. So Google's a search engine and it tries to deliver the best results possible based on the search phrase that a user types into the browser up here. So when you type something in here, you want Google to give you the best results possible. That way you don't have to manually, refine your search again. So what I've done is I've written an article, how to become financially free early in life, money tips. So this article is targeting that keyword phrase, become financially free early. So when we typed it in out here, we saw that this 1yeartofreedom.com is ranking #1 for that keyword term. Now, SEO is my tactics and strategies that I use to try to optimize my blog post to give it the best chance so that someday it shows up out here on Google in that #1 position instead of this website 1yeartofreedom.com. So that's the whole point behind SEO. It's search engine optimization strategies, tips, tools that you use to try to make your website post the best that it can be to give it the best chance that Google chooses it as the best search result to show #1 in the search results so that when somebody types this in, boom, your website shows up. You have the best chance of getting the click to your website. So with that being said, search engine optimization, SEO, we just covered what it is, how it works. Now, as far as optimizing your web page, you've got your title of your blog post right here. So you want to include the keyword in it. So we used it here, become financially free early. I also like to put it in here at the very beginning of my article. So become financially free early tips. Then we've got it sprinkled into my article. So financially free is the keyword that we put in right there. We can scroll down here. We've got it in another heading right here, financially free. And then we're going to sprinkle it multiple more times into our article. So at the end of the article, if you don't think you put it in enough, you can do a control find to bring open the search box. And we can see that financially free was used 24 times. So I could type this into my search box. It's going to show me all 24 times we used it. So we can sit here and have them all highlighted. So as I scroll down the page, I can quickly see all the different times we use that keyword financially free. If I wanted to see if I used the term financially free early, we can see that we use that keyword phrase 5 times. So again, I can scroll down the page here and see all the different times that we used that keyword phrase. So that's what you're going to do when you get done writing your article. First, you want to write a resourceful guide. So as I scroll down here, you can see this guide right here. The word count is 2580, so almost 2,600 words. So that's a pretty long, in-depth guide. So first we're going to talk about what it means to be financially free. Then I'm going to talk about who can be financially free. Then we're going to get into the tips. So this is what makes up the bulk of the article. So we've got tip #1. And as we scroll all the way down here, you're going to see that there's about 9 different tips. So we wrote who it is, what it is, gave 9 tips. Then we have a conclusion. And then I have my sales stuff at the end that I'm pitching my real estate training course. So once I get traffic to my website, you want to have them do some sort of call to action. In my case, I'm trying to get them to sign up for my real estate investing course. That way I can monetize my blog and earn an income from my blog. However, you could, position something else down here at the bottom, like an email opt-in form if you're trying to grow your email list or some other sort of product you want to promote. Now back to the SEO, we want to use the keyword, like I said, in the different headings and in the titles, and then sprinkle it throughout the paragraphs. We want to make sure it's sprinkled throughout the paragraphs enough that it gives Google an idea of what your article's about. So that's called keyword density. So again, this keyword that's 3 words long, we used 5 times. I might add it a few more times to get that up to 10. And then the one keyword that was only 2 words, financially free, we use that 20 sometimes. So that's pretty good density. In order to check your density, you would just divide this by the total number of words. So in this case, we had 2,500 words and we used it 24 times. So that's about 1% keyword density that we use the word financially free. And that's pretty good. You don't want to go overboard and stuff it in there too many times. So if we had like a keyword density of 2%, which means, 2,500 words, 2% of that would have been about 50, 51, 52 times. So if we would have used that 52 times, that's getting pretty close to that 2% keyword density, and that's getting a little too much. But right now at 24 times that we use this keyword phrase, That's a pretty good density. That way it gives Google multiple opportunities to screen your article and see that that word shows up time and time again. And that helps let Google know what your article is about, so that when people type this word financially free into Google, then it gives your article the best chance of showing up for that phrase, since you use that keyword multiple times sprinkled throughout your article. So some other tips for SEO: you want to use it at the beginning of the article, which we used quite a few times at the beginning. Again, we used it in the headings at the beginning and in the paragraph in the very first sentences of my article. That way it quickly tells Google what the article is about. Then we want to sprinkle it throughout the article a few times. And then at the end of the article, you should have it somewhere near your conclusion. So we've got it here in the conclusion as well. And then what we can do is use it in images. So I don't have any images in this blog post, but if I wanted to add an image of somebody with money or cash, we could add that image here. We could just click here, put a little space, click add media, throw the image in, and you want to use that keyword phrase in the alt text and in the title of your image, because Google's going to scan the image for the alt text as well as the title of the image, the file name of the image, and they're going to see that same keyword again, and that's going to be another trigger that tells Google what your article is about. We also want to give it some relevant categories. This can help Google understand what your article is about. So in this case, investing, real estate, retirement, stock market. We've got different tags that we can add to the WordPress post, but I don't use tags typically in my posts. It's not a key factor for SEO. Lastly, I want to talk about the Yoast Seo plugin. This is another tool you should use to optimize your blog post for SEO. It's a free plugin to install if you have a WordPress website. We can just go here to the plugins tab in our WordPress dashboard, go to add new plugin, search Yoast Seo. It's going to be this little purple colored plugin that says Yoast Seo, and it's by Team Yoast. So you're going to click install, you're going to click activate. Once it's activated, it'll show up down here at the bottom of your blog post. Now that it shows up down here at the bottom of your blog post, first it's going to show you what your blog post would look like out in the Google search results. So I can see that this is my title, How to Become Financially Free Early in Life - Under 30 Wealth, which is my website title. So this is what the main title of your website would look like. So if we go back out here, you can see theirs was just Becoming Financially Free and then the title of their website. So it's a lot shorter. Mine was a little more specific, How to Become Financially Free Early in Life. So if I wanted to, I could shorten it down to Become Financially Free Early in Life and get rid of the how-to part. Then we see the URL, we see the extension link that we use, and then we have the meta description. So you want to type in your own meta description. So we can click on it. It's going to drop this box down, and we'll start typing in a meta description. So let's go back out and look at theirs. Their meta description right here: while sitting in a northern Brazilian beach a year ago, it hit me for the first time that I'm truly financially free. This new freedom meant that I didn't need to look for ... So that's their meta description. My meta description I might make different. Learn the best 9 tips for how to become financially free early in life to set yourself up for early retirement. So we could type that in there, and then we could also say, here is tip number 1 ... to kind of leave a little cliffhanger so that they're like, oh, I want to see what that is. So that's going to be my meta description. Now we can come back up here and preview how it'll look out in Google again. So we've got the title, the URL, and the meta description. So that's step 1 with the Yoast Seo plugin. That's the main reason I use the Yoast Seo plugin, is just to optimize my little snippet of how it looks out in Google, so that someday if I'm ranking out here in Google, that's the type of stuff that's going to show up, that's going to incentivize people to click through to my article over somebody else's article. So I would come out onto Google and look at all these other articles that are ranking, just to see an idea of what they're already doing, what they titled their blog posts, what they used for their meta description, and I would take all that data and all those examples, and I would figure out how to make mine better, make mine more enticing, so that people want to click mine over theirs. Because when you get the more clicks and the higher click-through rates, Google's going to send signals that your article is more important, and it's going to move you up the rankings ahead of everybody else. So start with that tip there. Once you've got that done, next we want to analyze our website article. So we can go here to the SEO analysis tab and see the analysis results. So Google's plugin, the Yoast Seo plugin, is going to scan my article that I wrote up here. So it read all 2,600 words already. This plugin did. It's a software, so it scanned my article. It read everything. and then it came up with tips for me. So number one, it says I need to add some internal links to some other blog posts on my website. So I'm going to find some relevant blog posts I should add into my article. That way when people get done reading this article, they stay on my website and they continue reading more articles by internally linking to other content that I've written. Key phrase length, no focus key phrase. So in order to be able to check your article for the key phrase you're targeting, you need to enter a target key phrase. So come back up here to the focus key phrase. In this case, we were doing the financially free keyword. That was our target keyword phrase. So now it's going to assess your article around this key phrase. So it's going to scan your article again, looking for that key phrase, and it's going to give me all these different tips. So key phrase in subheading, use more key phrases or synonyms in your higher level subheadings. So we did use it a couple times up here. We used financially free in this subheading and in this subheading. Now it's saying also use some synonyms. So if you think about maybe some other words you could replace financially free with that basically means the same thing, think of some synonyms you can use for some of these other headings. So instead of always using financially free, maybe here I would substitute in a new word, or maybe down further, one of these other headings, I would substitute in a different word. That way you can give your article a chance to rank for some synonym words as well as the main keyword phrase you're trying to rank for. So that's a way to get some additional traffic to your blog post. We've got SEO title width. It's too wide. It's wider than the viewable limit. So again, that goes back to how I have a long title here. I could shorten it down and get rid of the words how to make it shorter. We saw out here, these ones can vary. Some of these are longer, 35 ways to become financially independent. However, this one is too long. You can see it cuts off here with the 3 different dots. And then we've got this short example up here where they kept it real short and simple. So there's different ways you can do it. There's no correct way. It's just letting me know that, hey, currently my title's going to cut off and it's going to have those 3 little dots showing that it got cut off. Image alt titles we talked about already. If I add an image, then it's going to scan for my image to make sure I've included it in the alt text. I don't have an image, so that's why this is orange currently. Then we've got green for all the rest of these. So these things I did right. We have outbound links. We use the key phrase in the introduction, so your first paragraph. The key phrase length is good. Density is good. They found it 21 times. Meta description includes the keyword. Meta description length's good. We previously used this keyword. No, we haven't, so that's good. This is the first time we're targeting this key phrase. Text length is good. It checks to make sure our article is at least 400 or 500 words long. Ours happens to be a big 2,600 word guide. And we used it in the title and the slug URL. So we passed for all those tips. The only thing I'd have to work on is these couple ones here that are red. Once those are all green, we're good to go. We can click update and our article is ready to be published. And that's the Yoast SEO tool and how it can help analyze your content and tell you tips to make it better optimized for SEO. So overall, that's going to wrap up this video. I wanted to give you a brief overview of how to type in keywords, look at all the different results that show up to see if you have a chance to rank for that keyword, analyze your competition, what they're doing, what their titles are, what their meta descriptions are. Go in, write a complete guide, make it long, like 2,000 or more words, make it really in-depth, make it a big resource guide. Don't write some short 300, 400 word article that barely answers the question. Give an in-depth, resourceful guide that somebody can get lots of knowledge from, and that's going to give you the better chance of ranking in Google and outranking those other content pieces that Google's already got ranking on the first page. And then follow the different tips that the Yoast SEO plugin gave you. That way you can give yourself the best chance of having an optimized page that Google's going to respect and favor over other pages out there targeting the same keyword phrase. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thanks so much for being here today, giving me your time, your attention. If you found value, I always appreciate that thumbs up button and that subscribe button if you click on that. And I'll see you guys in our next video. Yo, check this out. So if you type in asknickfoy.teachable.com, asknickfoy.teachable.com, when you hit enter, it's going to open up my resource library. So I've been working on tons of training video modules, and I put them together in these different courses. And you can go over here to asknickfoy.teachable.com and you can learn how to start a website that makes money. So this is called Profitable Blogger. You can also learn how to make money from social media like Pinterest. You can also learn real estate investing. So these are 3 ways I currently make money right now. I'm making $6,000 to $7,000 a month. I've already come out with a video showing you how I was making $1,400 a week a little while back, and we're on pace to eventually get to $10K a month passive income through websites, through social media, and through real estate investing. So these three methods combined, I created these three training courses. You can go here to asknickfoy.teachable.com to check them out, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the inside when you enroll in them. Yo, before you go, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, Nick Foy TV. If you hover the lower right corner of your video right now, you're gonna see the little red subscribe button. When you hover that, it's gonna pop up that subscribe button, and it would mean a lot. I already appreciate you gave me your time, your attention today, but if you could also hit that subscribe button, support the channel, and smash the like button, as they all say in every YouTube video. So smash the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.